fucking do this.
Okay. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to welcome back to Halloween at WashUpTV. Today, we're gonna be reading some classic creepypastas. Now, I know Reese knows creepypasta, but I wanna ask you, Nick. You're familiar with creepypastas, right?
Yeah, I mean, I read my first.
Who is this guy?
Who the fuck is this?
Who is that?
I never read any of them.
Okay,
but I know what they are.
You never read like a single sentence of like Sonic.exe or Jeff the Killer or none of that. Okay.
Correct.
Correct. We're gonna show you some classic creepypastas and showcase just how well thought out and well written these things are.
We're gonna act them out.
I hear myself like a chipmunk.
Yeah, Nick.
All right,
we can't spoil the surprise with a video.
Oh, sorry.
Okay, so how we're gonna.
Okay, I'm good.
How we're gonna do this is I'm gonna read like the narrative part of the stories, and then whenever it's like a character talking, yeah, Reese and Nick will be voicing the characters. So this first one is.
How long are these, by the way?
Not that long.
This one's not this. They're not very long. I think the only one that's gonna be like kind of long is Candle Cove, but that's really it. Reese will be reading for Sonic.exe. Nick, you'll be reading for Kyle. Okay. Yeah, so well, without further ado, here is.
It's so laggy.
It's a little broken, but you know, it works. It works. There you go. I'm a total Sonic the Hedgehog fan, much like everyone else. I like the newer games, but I don't mind playing the classics. I don't think I've ever played glitchy or hacked games before, though I don't think I want to play any after the experience I had. It started on a nice summer afternoon. I was playing Sonic Unleashed. I like how you get to explore the towns in it, until I noticed, out of my peripheral vision, that the mailman had arrived and put something in my mailbox as usual and left. I paused my game to go see what I got in the mail. The only thing in the mailbox was a CD case for computers and a note. I took it inside. I looked at the note first and realized it was from my dear friend Kyle, let's just call him that, whom I hadn't heard from in 2 weeks. I know that because I recognized his handwriting, though what was weird is how it looked. It looked badly written and scratchy and somewhat difficult to read, as if Kyle was having a hard time writing it down and did it in a hurry. This is what he wrote.
I can't take it anymore. I had to get rid of this thing somehow before it was too late. And I was hoping you'd do it for me. I can't do it. He's after me. And if you don't destroy this CD, he'll come after you too. He's too fast for me. Please, Tom, destroy this godforsaken disc before he comes after you too. It is too late for me. Destroy the disc, and he'll destroy him. But do it quick, otherwise he'll catch you. Don't even play the game, it's what he wants. Just destroy it, please. Kyle.
Well, that was certainly weird. Even though Kyle is my best friend and I haven't seen him in 2 weeks, I didn't do what he asked me. I didn't think that a simple gaming disc would do anything bad to him. After all, it's just a game, right? Boy, was I wrong about that. Anyway, I looked at the disc, and it looks like an ordinary computer CDR disc, except it had black marker on it written Sonic.exe, and it was much unlike Kyle's handwriting, meaning that he must have gotten it from someone else, like a pawn shop or eBay. When I saw Sonic on the writing of the CD, I was actually excited and wanted to play it, since I'm a big Sonic fan.
I'm a big Sonic fan.
I'm a big Sonic fan.
I'm a big Sonic fan. I went up to my room and turned on my computer and put the disc and put the disc in and installed the game. When the title screen popped up, I noticed that it was the first Sonic game. I was like, awesome, because like I said earlier, I like the classics. The first thing I noticed that was out of place was when I pressed start, there was a split second when I saw the title image turn into something much different, something that I now consider horrifying before cutting to black. I remember that the image looked like, I remember what the fuck. I remember what the image looked like in that split second before the game cut to black. The sky had darkened. The title emblem was rusted and ruined. The Sega 1991 was now instead Sega 666, and the water had turned red like blood. But the freakiest thing that was in that split-second frame was Sonic. His eyes were pitch black and bleeding with two glowing red dots staring right at me, and his smile had stretched wider up to the edge of his face. I was rather disturbed about that image when I saw it, though I figured that it was just a glitch and forgot about it. After it cut to black, it stayed like that for about 10 seconds or so. And then another weird thing happened. The save file select from Sonic the Hedgehog 3 popped up. And I was like, WTF? What's this doing in the first Sonic game? Anyway, then I noticed something off. The background was the dark cloudy sky of the Bad Stardust Speedway level from Sonic CD. And there was only 3 save files. The music was that creepy Caverns of Winter music from Earthbound, only it was extended and seemed to have been in reverse. And the image for the save file, where you see a preview of the level you're on, is just red static for all 3 files. What freaked me out more was the character select. It showed only Tails, Knuckles, and to my surprise, Dr. Robotnik. Now, I was sure that something was up.
Dr. Rokochnik.
I mean, Dr. Ropenis. I mean, how can you play as Robotnik in a classic Sonic game, for crying out loud? That's when I realized that this wasn't a glitchy game. It was a hacked game. Yeah, it definitely looked hack. It was really creepy, but as a smart gamer, I wasn't scared. Or at least I tried not to be. I told myself that it was just a hacked game and there's nothing wrong with that. Anyways, shaking off that creeped out feeling, I picked file 1 and chose Tails, and when I selected and got started, the game froze for about 5 seconds, and I heard a creepy pixelated laugh that sounded an awful lot like that Kefka guy from Final Fantasy for Cutting to Black. Reese, can you
it just doesn't work.
Is that good?
Yeah.
No.
Well, what do you mean? Let me just hold on.
It just sounds like a really gross fart.
Yep.
A gross fart.
Well, that's good.
I'll
I
just
like
do
that.
this one.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
that was fine. Okay, do the laugh, do the laugh.
Oops, hold on.
The screen stayed black for about 10 seconds or more. Then it showed the typical level title thing, except the simplistic shapes were different shades of red, and the text showed only Hill, Act 1. The screen faded in, and the level title vanished, revealing Tails in the Green Hill Zone from Sonic 1. The music was different, though. It sounded like a peaceful melody in reverse. Anyway, I started playing and had Tails start running like he would in any of the classic Sonic games. What was odd was that as Tails was running along the level, there was nothing but flat ground and a few trees for 5 minutes. That was when the peaceful music started to lower down into slow, deep tones, very slowly as I kept going. I suddenly saw something, and I stopped to see what it was. It was one of the small animals lying dead on the ground bleeding. That was when the music started to slow down. Tails had a shocked and saddened look on his face that I never saw him have before, so I had to move along, and he kept that worried look on his face. As he kept moving, I saw more dead animals as Tails moved past them, looking more and more worried as the music lowers and he moves past more dead animals. I was shocked to see how they all died. They looked like somebody killed them in rather gruesome ways. A squirrel was hanged on a tree with what appeared to be his entrails hanging out. A bunny had all 4 of his limbs torn off, and a duck had his eyes gouged out and his throat slit. I felt sick to my stomach when I saw this massacre, and apparently so did Tails. After a few more seconds, there were no more animals, and the music seemed to have stopped. I still kept Tails to continue. After a minute passed, after the music stopped, Tails was running up a hill, and then he stopped. It wasn't until I saw why. Sonic was there on the other side of the screen, with his back against Tails with his eyes closed. Tails looked happy to see Sonic, but then his smile faltered, obviously noticing that Sonic wasn't responding to him, if not acting as if he was totally oblivious to Tails' presence. Tails walked slowly towards Sonic, and I noticed that I wasn't even moving my keyboard to make him move, so this had to have been a cutscene. Suddenly, I began to have a growing feel of dread as Tails walked closer to Sonic to get his attention. I felt that Tails was in danger and something bad was going to happen. I heard faint static growing louder as Tails was but inches away from Sonic, and stopped and stuck his hand out to touch him. That foreboding feeling in my gut was growing stronger, and I felt the urge to tell Tails to get away from Sonic as the static grew louder. Suddenly, in a split second, I saw Sonic's eyes open, and they were black with those red glowing dots, just like that title image. Thought there wasn't a smile. When that happened, the screen turned black, and the static sound was off. It stayed black for about 7 seconds, and then white text appeared forming a message saying,
"Hello, do you want to play with me?"
At this point, I was creeped out. I didn't want to continue with the game, but my curiosity got the better of me. When I was taken to a different level with the level title now saying, Hide and Seek. This time, I was in the Angel Island level from Sonic 3, and it looked like everything was on fire. Tails looked as though he was scared out of his wits this time. He actually looked at me and made frantic gestures to me as if he wanted to get out of the area he was in as fast as possible. I was starting to get freaked out by this. I mean, Tails was actually breaking the fourth wall, trying to tell me to get him out of there. So I pressed down on the arrow key as hard as I could and made him run as fast as he could. A pixelated version of that creepy theme when you meet Shadow at the Ark as Robotnik from SA2 was playing as I made Tails trek through the desolate forest, trying to help him escape from whatever he was trying to run from. Suddenly, I heard that creepy laugh again. That awful Kefka laugh. Right after 10 seconds had passed as I helped Tails run through the forest, and then I started seeing flashes of Sonic popping everywhere on the screen, again with those black and red eyes. The music changed to that suspenseful drowning jingle as I see Sonic behind Tails slowly getting up on him, flying! Sonic wasn't running, he was actually flying! The flying pose that Sprite was making looked very familiar to Metal Sonic's flying pose in Sonic CD, except it was just Sonic, and he had the black and red eyes again. Only, this time, he had the most deranged looking grin on his face. He looked as though he was enjoying the torment he was giving the poor little fox as he gained up on him. Suddenly, when Tails tripped, another cutscene, the music stopped and Sonic vanished. Tails laid there and started crying for 15 seconds. The scene was rather upsetting to watch, and I kind of teared up myself. But then Sonic appeared right in front of Tails, and Tails looked up in horror. Blood started to come down those blackened eyes of Sonic's as a grin slowly grew from his face as he looked down at the horrified fox. I could do nothing but watch. Just in a split second, Sonic lunged at Tails right before the screen went black. There was a loud screeching noise that only lasted 5 seconds. The text returned, only this time it said,
"You're too slow. Why try again?"
And then that god-awful laugh came with it. I was so shocked by what had happened.
This fucking guy.
I heard a really good joke. Did Sonic murder Tails? No, he couldn't have. He and Tails are supposed to be best friends, right? Why did Sonic do that to him? I shook the shock off as I was brought back to the character select. The save file that had Tails was different.
The shock off.
Tails was no longer in the box itself, but in the TV screen itself, which was flickering with that red static. Tails' expression scared me. His eyes were black and bleeding. His orange fur had gone black, and he had an expression of anguish on his face. Trying to ignore it, I picked Knuckles next. The laugh came again, and the screen cut to black again, and stayed there for another 10 seconds. This time, the level said,
"You can't run."
I was really freaked out by now. I couldn't really tell if this was a glitch or a hack, or some kind of sick, twisted joke, or anything really. But despite my fear of what happened next, I kept playing. The next level looked much... Okay.
Forgot how bad this is.
Yeah, this fucking sucks, dude.
Pretty sure this was written by like a 12-year-old. There's like typos.
How
and
much more is there?
So we have like Robotnik next, and
okay. So we have Knuckles level, and then Robotnik's level, and then yeah, that should be the end. And they're not as long as Tails is, I don't think.
Well, I have an idea.
Yeah.
Yes.
If we skipped, is there a good part that we could skip to? This fucking sucks, dude.
Yeah.
Nick, I do have to tell you there is no good part that we could just skip.
Can we go to the next one? This is horrible.
What? You don't want to see it? You don't want to see how it ends?
I don't give a shit how it ends.
Well, they wrote this because they were like, hopefully someone makes a game out of this.
Okay, fine. We can let's just skip to the ending. It went back to the image again, except this time there was the text again, though it was messed up. But it was pretty much one of the most horrifying things I looked at since I had this game.
I am God.
That was pretty good.
Wow, that was good, Reese.
That's pretty good. I can't get the game out of my computer. I think it's stuck in there. But at least I managed to turn it back on now. After I sat there for 25 seconds, I heard a voice right behind me like a whisper.
Try to keep this interesting for me, Tom.
I turned around to see where the voice came from, and what I saw made me scream. Sitting on my bed, staring right at me, was a Sonic plushie, smiling with bloodstains under its eyes.
Amazing.
Yeah, so that was Sonic.exe.
The
Dude, that
game
fucking
was
sucked,
fine.
bro.
Like the game was fine, but like this.
Yeah,
was
it's just this story is it literally goes into like excruciatingly like small detail,
like specific.
like so specific. That's why it's this long. Anyways, so yeah, so that was
Okay.
Sonic.exe. Onto the actual
Love it.
onto the actual good creepypasta. This is Candle Cove. This is probably the most famous creepypasta. Well, not the most famous. I think the one that is actually good. That's what it's like most famous for. Dude, do not say that. This was written by Chris Straub, who after this went on to make Local 58,
Oh.
regarded as like one of the first analog horror
Creepypastas, right?
series.
I
Yeah,
think
well,
was,
and
like,
this is
like D1.
yeah, and this is also like one of the
This was,
first.
like, the one.
This is 14 years ago. So this was 2011. This is around the same time as Sonic Galaxy. So yeah, so this is going to be a little bit different than the
Do I
other
have
two.
do I have lines?
Yeah, so we all can read cuz it's not very long. Actually, this is a lot shorter than Sonic.exe. But it's basically just like users on the internet just talking to each other. I'm pretty sure those are the two that are going to be talking.
Nugget, chicken, nugget.
Dude, yes.
yes.
Chicken. Nugget.
Dude, that's a good reference.
Burger. Nugget.
Harder, better, better, stronger.
That was sick.
She ghosting you, but she gobbling me.
That
That's
is
really funny.
that is so weird. You just like you changed to a completely different person.
Hello.
Whoa.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Look for the Gummy Bear album in store.
Yes.
Look for the Gummy Bear album.
Can we fucking do this already,
Can we,
please?
come on.
Candle Cove local kid show? Does anyone remember this kid show? It was called Candle Cove, and I must have been 6 or 7.
I never found it.
Come on, bro. You gotta be kidding me.
I thought you were joking.
Dude, are you,
14 years ahead of its time, dude.
Oh my god.
I never found reference to an any of this. I think it was on a local station on 1971 or 1972. I lived in Ironton.
Ironton?
I must have been 6 or 7.
At the time. I don't remember what station, but I do remember it was on at a weird time, like 4 p.m.
Candle Cove local kids show? It seems really familiar to me. I grew up outside of Assland when I was 6 or 7 years old in 72. Candle Cove? Was it about pirates? I remember a pirate marionette at the mouth of a cave talking to a little girl.
Yes, okay, I'm not crazy. I remember Pirate Percy. I was always kind of scared of him. He looked like he was built from parts of other dolls, real low budget. He said it was an old porcelain baby doll, looked like an antique that didn't belong on the body. I don't remember what station this was. I don't think it was WTSF, though.
Sorry to resurrect
Who's
this.
this guy? Oh.
This is Jared. Jared 2005. Sorry to resurrect this old thread, but I know exactly what show you mean, Skytail. I think Candle Cove ran for only a couple months in 71, not 72. I was 12 and I watched it a few times with my brother. It was channel 58, whatever station that was. My mom would let me switch it to my mom would let me switch to it after the news. Let me see what I remember. It took place at Candle Cove, and it was about a little girl who imagined herself to be friends with pirates. The pirate ship was called the Laughingstock, and Pirate Percy wasn't a very good pirate because he got scared too easily. And there was a Calliope music constantly playing. Don't remember the girl's name. Janice or Jade or something. I think it was Janice.
Janice dick fit your mouth.
Yes!
Thank you, Jaren. Okay.
Thank you, Jaren. Memories flooded back when you mentioned the laughingstock in Channel 58. I remember the bow of the ship was a wooden smiley face with the lower jaw submerged. It looked like it was swallowing the sea, and it had that awful Ed Wynn voice and laugh. I especially remember how jarring it was when they switched from the wooden/plastic model to the foam puppet version of the head that we talked.
I remember now too. You remember this part, Sky Shale? You have to go inside.
There's a perfect opportunity for you to use the narrator voice, dude.
Fuck you, buddy.
Man, fuck you, buddy.
Mike, I get a chill reading that. Yes, I remember that what the ship always told Percy when there was a spooky place like he had to go in, like a cave or a dark room where the treasure was, and the camera.
Sorry,
No, just keep reading. Keep reading. Just keep reading.
What?
Just keep reading.
Yes, I remember that. That's what the ship always told Percy when there was a spooky place he had to go in, like a cave or a dark room where the treasure was, and the camera would push in on Laughingstock's face with each pause.
You have to go inside.
With his two eyes askew, and that flopping foam jaw and the fishing line that opened and closed it. It looked just so cheap and awful.
That was awesome.
You guys remember the villain? He had a face that was like a handlebar mustache above really tall, narrow teeth.
Okay. Okay. All right.
I honestly thought the villain was Pirate Percy. I was about 5 when the show was on. Nightmare Fuel.
That wasn't the villain. The puppet with the mustache, that was the villain's sidekick, Horace Horrible. He had a monocle too, but it was on top of the mustache. I used to think that meant he had only one eye. But yeah, the villain was another marionette, the Skin Taker. I can't believe that what they let us watch back then.
Jesus H. Christ.
That's Kevin Hart.
It's Kevin Hart, dude.
Yeah, I know. What kind of...
Oh, okay. What's gonna happen
Hello?
here? Yeah, hello?
Hey, I'm Kevin Hart. Jesus
Man.
Christ. The Skin Taker. What kind of kids show were we watching? I seriously could not look at the screen when the Skin Taker showed up. He just descended out of nowhere on his strings, just a dirty skeleton wearing that top hat and cape, and his glass eyes that were too big for his skull. Christ almighty.
Thank you, Kevin Hart, for joining us in the booth.
Thank you, Kevin Hart.
Just again, just thank you.
Wasn't his top hat and cloak all sewn up crazily? Was that supposed to be like children's skin?
Yeah, I think so. Remember? Remember his mouth didn't open and close? His jaw just slid back and forth. I remember the little girl said, "Why does your mouth move like that?" And the Skin Taker didn't look at the girl but at the camera and said, "To grind your skin."
Okay, well, you gotta do that with a voice.
Yeah, did it with the voice.
Oh
dude.
my god, man. Fuck you. Alright, hold on.
To grind your skin.
There.
That just sounded like
Yeah,
a
with the
TikTok.
voice.
That sounded like that TikTok AI voice.
I'm so relieved that other people remember this terrible show.
Am I the
just have this-
asshole? Me, 24F, and my husband, 23M.
Alright, sorry, go ahead.
I used to have this awful memory, a bad dream I had where the opening jingle ended. The show faded in from black and all the characters were there. But the camera was just cutting to each of their faces and they were just screaming. And all the puppets and marionettes were flailing spastically and then just screaming. The girl was just moaning and crying like she'd just been through hours of this. I woke up many times from that nightmare. I used to wet the bed when I had it.
I don't think that was a dream. I remember that. I remember that was an episode.
This is real to Kevin Hart, by the way. This is like actually happened to him.
No, not possible. There was no plot or anything. I mean, Lily was just standing in place crying and screaming for the whole show. Kevin Hart.
Maybe I'm manufacturing the memory because you said that. But I swear to God, What? I don't want to keep going changing
Okay.
the fucking voice.
All right, just
you,
continue.
Are you happy? Are you happy?
Yes, all right. Yes, Kevin Hart. Thank you for coming back.
Maybe I'm manufacturing the memory because you said that, but I swear to God, I remember seeing what you described. They just screamed, This is the intro that played at the beginning of most episodes.
Oh God, yes, the little girl Janice. I remember seeing her shake, and the skin taker screaming through his gnashing teeth, his jaw careening so wildly I thought it would come off its wire hinges. I turned it off, and it was the last time I watched. I ran to tell my brother, and we didn't have the courage to turn it back on.
I visited my mom today at the nursing home. I asked her about when I was little in the early 70s. Maybe I was 6 or 7, and she remembered a kids show, Candle Cove. She said she was surprised I could remember that, and I asked why. She said, because I used to think it was so strange that you said, I'm gonna go watch Candle Cove now, Mom. And then you would tune the TV to static and just watch dead air for 30 minutes. You had a big imagination with your little pirate show.
But yeah, so yeah,
that was cool.
That was Candle Cove. Yeah, isn't that?
That was a lot shorter than that dumbass last one.
Well, Nick, just get ready for this next one.
I'm not reading all this next one. We're not reading this whole thing.
What do you mean we are? At least for Jeff the Killer, we have to read the whole thing, bro.
No, I don't. Look how long it is. No, there's no fucking way.
Come
we're not reading all
on, please. It's
I'm
so
not
funny.
sorry, but no. We can read the highlights after like a few paragraphs, but I'm not reading this whole thing.
But then what's the point of us reading it?
The highlights, I said.
But we're trying to put the story to the audience.
The story to the audience.
Fucking go. Just start reading.
All right.
All right.
This is.
Who the fuck is that?
It's Jeff, dude. That's Jeff the Killer, bro.
It's Jeff, bro.
It's a real guy.
Right.
Okay. That's Nick right now.
Yes,
We have to read. After weeks of unexplained murders, the ominous unknown killer is still on the rise. After little evidence has been found, a young boy states that he survived one of the killer's attacks and bravely tells his story.
I had a bad dream and I woke up in the middle of the...
Says the boy.
I saw that for some reason the window was open. Even though I remember it being closed before I went to bed. I got up and shut it once more. Afterwards, I simply crawled under my covers and tried to get back to sleep. That's when I had a strange feeling. Like someone was watching me. I looked up, I nearly jumped out of my bed. There, in a little ray of light, illuminating from between my curtains, was a pair of 2 eyes. They weren't regular eyes. They were dark, ominous eyes. They were bordered in black and just laying out. Terrified me. That's when I saw his mouth. Horrendous smile. The figure stood there, watching me. Finally, after what seemed like forever, he said it. A simple phrase. But he said it in a way that only a madman could speak. He said,
Go to sleep.
Yes. That's what sent him. He pulled up a knife. In front of him.
Your shit, dude.
What?
We can't hear
We
you.
can't hear like a single thing you're saying.
That's really funny. Okay. I kicked, I punched, I rolled around trying to knock them off me. That's when my dad busted in. The man threw the knife and went into my dad's shoulder. The man probably would have finished me off if one of the neighbors hadn't alerted the police. They drove around into the parking lot and ran towards the door. The man turned and ran down the hallway. I heard a smash, like glass breaking. As I came out of my room, I saw the window that was pointing towards the back of my house was broken. I looked out and see him vanish into the distance. I can tell you one thing. I never forget that face. Those cold, evil eyes and that psychotic smile. They will never leave my head.
Police are still on the look for this man. If you see anyone that fits the description in this story, please contact your local police department. All right, into Jeff's story. Jeff and his family had just moved into a new neighborhood. His dad had gotten a promotion at work, and they thought it would be best to live in one of those fancy neighborhoods. Jeff and his brother, Lou, couldn't complain, though. A new, better house. What was not to love? As they were getting unpacked, one of their neighbors came by.
Hello.
Hello. Okay, she said.
All right.
I'm Barbara. I live across the street from you. Well, I just wanted to introduce myself and introduce my son.
She turns around and calls her son over.
Billy! These are our new neighbors.
Billy said hi and ran back to play in his yard.
Wow.
Said Jeff's mom.
Nick and Margaret.
No.
I'm Margaret, and this is my husband Peter. This is your sons Jeff and Lou.
Lou. They each introduced themselves, and then Barbara invited them to her son's birthday. Jeff and his brother were about to object when their mother said that they would love to. When Jeff and his family are done packing, Jeff went up to his mom.
Hey, who's Jeff? I thought Reese was
You,
Jeff.
dude,
You're
you.
Jeff.
Where am I? Where am I?
Mom, how did you make us go to some kid's party? If you hadn't noticed, I'm not some dumb kid.
Jeff,
Said his mother.
we just moved here. We should show that we want to spend time with our neighbors. Now, we're going to that party, and that's final.
Jeff started to talk, but stopped himself, knowing that he couldn't do anything. Whenever his mom said something, it was final. He walked up to his room and plopped down on his bed. He sat there looking at his ceiling when suddenly, he got a weird feeling. Not so much a pain, but a weird feeling. He dismissed it as just some random feeling. He heard his mother call him down to get his stuff, and then he walked down to get it. The next day, Jeff walked downstairs to get breakfast and got ready for school. As he sat there, eating his breakfast, he once again got that feeling. This time, it was stronger. It gave him a slight tugging pain, but he once again dismissed it. As he and Lou finished breakfast, they walked down to the bus stop. They sat there waiting for the bus, and then all of a sudden, some kid on a skateboard jumped over them, only inches above their laps. They both jumped back in surprise.
Hey, what the hell?
hell?
The kid landed and turned back to them. He kicked his skateboard up and caught it with his hands. The kid seems to be about 12, 1 year younger than Jeff. He wears a Aeropostale shirt and ripped blue jeans.
Well, well, well. It looks like we got some new meat.
Suddenly, two other kids appeared. One was super skinny and the other was huge.
Well, since you're new here, I'd like to introduce ourselves. Over there is Keith.
Jeff and Lou looked over to the skinny kid. He had a dopey face that you would expect a sidekick to have.
And he's Troy.
They looked over at the fat kid. Talk about a tub of lard. This kid looked like he hadn't exercised since he was crawling.
And I
Said the first kid.
am Randy. Now, for all the kids in this neighborhood, there's a small prize for bus fare, if you catch my drift.
Lou stood up, ready to punch the lights out of the kid's eyes when one of his friends pulled a knife on him.
Tisk, tisk, tisk. I had hoped you'd be more cooperative, but it seems we must do this the hard way.
The kid walked up to Lou and took his wallet out of his pocket. Jeff got that feeling again. Now it was truly strong, a burning sensation. He stood up, but Lou gestured him to sit down. Jeff ignored him and walked up to the kid.
Listen here, you little punk. Give me back my brother's wallet or out.
Randy put the wallet in his pocket and pulled out his own knife.
Oh, and what will you do?
Just as he finished the sentence, Jeff popped the kid in the nose. As Randy reached for his face, Jeff grabbed the kid's wrist and broke it. Randy screamed and Jeff grabbed the knife from his hand. Troy and Keith rushed Jeff, but Jeff was too quick. He threw Randy to the ground. Keith lashed out at him, but Jeff ducked and stabbed him in the arm. Keith dropped his knife and fell to the ground screaming. Troy rushed him too, but Jeff didn't even need the knife. He just punched Troy straight in the stomach, and Troy went down. As he fell, he puked all over. Lou could do nothing but look in amazement at Jeff. Jeff, how did you... That was all he said. They saw the bus coming and knew they'd be blamed for the whole thing. So they started running as fast as they could. As they ran, they looked back and saw the bus driver rushing over to Randy and the others. As Jeff and Lou made it to school, they didn't dare tell what happened. All they did was sit and listen. Lou just thought of that as his brother beating up a few kids, but Jeff knew it was more. It was something scary. As he got that feeling, he felt how powerful it was, the urge to just hurt someone. He didn't like how it sounded, but he couldn't help feeling happy. He felt that strange feeling go away and stay away for the entire day of school. Even as he walked home to do the whole thing near the bus stop, and how now he probably wouldn't be taking the bus anymore, he felt happy. When he got home, his parents asked him how his day was, and he said in a somewhat ominous voice,
It was a wonderful day.
Next morning, he heard a knock at his front door. He walked down to find two police officers at the door, his mother looking back at him with an angry look.
Jeff, these officers telling that you attacked his head. That it wasn't regular fighting. And that they were stabbed. Stab, son!
Stab, son!
Jeff's gaze fell to the floor, showing his mother that it was true. Stop! What are you doing?
Oh, God.
What is he doing? Can you tell?
Ones who fold their knives on me and Lou.
Nick, say that line again.
The ones who fold their knives on me and Lou.
Son, said one of the cops, we found 3 kids, 2 stabbed, one having a bruise on his stomach, and we have witnesses proving that you fled the scene. Now, what does that tell us? Jeff knew it was no use. He could say him and Lou had been attacked, but then there was no proof it was not them who attacked first. They couldn't say that they were fleeting, because truth be told they were. So Jeff couldn't defend himself or Lou.
Good son, calm down, your brother.
Jeff couldn't do it, since it was him who beat up all the kids.
It was me. I was the one who beat up the kids. Lou tried to hold me back, but he couldn't stop me.
The cop looks at his partner, and they both nod. Well, kid, looks like a year in juvie.
Wait! So stupid,
says Lou. They all looked up to see him holding a knife. The officers pulled their guns and locked them on Lou.
Oh my God.
It was... it was me. I beat up those little punks. I have the marks to prove it. He lifted up his sleeves to reveal cuts and bruises as if he was in a struggle. Son, just put the knife down, said the officer. Lou held up the knife and dropped it to the ground. He put his hands up and walked over to the cops.
Oh, no, Lou, it was me. I did it.
Jeff had tears running down his face. Poor bro, trying to take the blame for what I did. Well, take me away. The police led Lou out to the patrol car.
Lou, tell him it was me. Tell him. I'm the one who beat up those kids.
Jeff's mother put her hands on his shoulders.
Jeff, please. You don't have to lie, bitch. We know it was Lou. You can stop.
Jeff watched helplessly as the cop car speeds off with Lou inside. A few minutes later, Jeff's dad pulled into the driveway. Seeing Jeff's face and knowing something was wrong. Son? Son, what is it? Jeff couldn't answer. His vocal cords were strained from crying. Instead, Jeff's mother walked his father inside to break the bad news to him as Jeff wept in the driveway. After an hour or so, Jeff walked back in the house, seeing that his parents were both shocked, sad, and disappointed. He couldn't look at them. He couldn't see how they thought of Lou when it was his fault. He just went to sleep, trying to get the whole thing off his mind. 2 days went by, with no word from Lou at JDC, no friends to hang out with, nothing but sadness and guilt. That is until Saturday, when Jeff is woke up by his mother with a happy, sunshiny face.
Yes, it's good night,
she said as she opened up the curtains and let light flood into his room.
What's today?
Asked Jeff as he stirs awake.
Why? It's Melon's party.
He was now...
You're joking, right? Oh, sorry.
He was now fully awake.
Mom, you're joking, right? You don't expect me to go to some kid's party after...
There was a long pause.
Jeff, we both know what happened.
What?
I stuttered and I heard it, and it sounded funny. Jeff, we both know what happened. I think this party could be the thing that brightens up the past days. Now, get dressed.
Jeff's mother walked out of the room and downstairs to get ready herself. He fought himself to get up. He picked out a random shirt and a pair of jeans and walked downstairs. He saw his mother and father all dressed up. His mother in a dress and his father in a suit. He thought why they would ever wear such fancy clothes to a kid's party.
Son, is it all you are going to wear?
Said Jeff's mom.
Better than wearing too much.
He said. His mother pushed down the feeling to yell at him and hid it with a smile.
Yeah, Jeff, we may be overdressed, but this is how you go if you want to make an impression. Oh, that was the dad.
Now, Jeff, we may be overdressed, but this is how you go if you want to make an impression, said his father. Jeff grunted and went back to his room.
I don't have any fancy clothes.
He yelled downstairs.
Just make something.
Called his mother. He looked around in his closet for what he could call fancy. He found a pair of black dress pants he had for special occasions and an undershirt. He couldn't find a shirt to go with it, though. He looked around and found only striped and patterned shirts, none of which go with dress pants. Finally, he found a white hoodie and put it on. Hey!
You're
wearing that? They both said. His mother looked at her watch.
Oh, no time to change. Let's just go.
She said as she herded Jeff and his father out the door. They crossed the street over to Barbara and Billy's house. They knocked on the door, and at it appeared that... What the fuck? They knocked on the door, and at it appeared that Barbara, just like her parents, way overdressed. As they walked inside, all Jeff could see were adults, no kids.
The kids are out of the yard, Jeff. How about you go meet some of them?
Said Barbara. Jeff walked outside to a yard full of kids. They were running around in weird cowboy costumes and shooting each other with plastic guns. He might as well be standing in a Toys R Us. Suddenly, a kid came up to him and handed him a toy gun and a hat. He said,
No, kid, I'm way too old for this stuff.
The kid looked at him with that weird puppy dog face. He said the kid.
Oh, fine.
Said Jeff. He put on the hat and started to pretend shoot at the kids. At first he thought it was totally ridiculous, but then he started to actually have fun. It might not have been super cool, but it was the first time he had done something that took his mind off of Lou. So he played with the kids for a while until he heard a noise, a weird rolling noise. Then it hit him. Randy, Troy, and Keith all jumped over the fence on their skateboards.
Randy Troy Adams.
Jeff dropped the fake gun and ripped off the hat. Randy looked at Jeff with a burning hatred.
Hello, Jeff, is it?
He said.
We have some unfinished business.
Jeff saw his bruised nose.
I think we're even. I beat the crap out of you, and you got my brother sent to JDC.
Randy got an angry look in his eyes.
Oh no, I don't go for even. I go for winning.
You may have... never mind.
You may have kicked our asses that one day, but not today.
As he said that, Randy rushed at Jeff. They both fell to the ground. Randy punched Jeff in the nose, and Jeff grabbed him by the ears and headbutted him. Jeff pushed Randy off of him, and both rose to their feet. Kids were screaming, and parents were running out of the house. Troy and Keith both pulled guns out of their pockets.
No interrupts, our guns will fly!
They said. Randy pulled a knife on Jeff and stabbed it into his shoulder. Jeff screamed and fell to his knees. Randy started kicking him in the face. After 3 kicks, Jeff grabs his foot and twists it, causing Randy to fall to the ground. Jeff stood up and walked towards the back door. Troy grabbed him.
Need some help?
He picks Jeff up by the back of the collar and throws him through the patio door. As Jeff tries to stand, he's kicked down to the ground. Randy repeatedly starts kicking Jeff until he starts to cough up blood.
Come on, Jeff, fight me!
He picks Jeff up and throws him into the kitchen. Randy sees a bottle of vodka on the counter and smashes a glass over Jeff's head.
What? How old are these?
Okay, so
12.
Jeff is 13, and yeah, the bullies are 12.
This is crazy.
And they have guns.
This is crazy.
Fuck, bro.
But they have guns.
What the fuck?
What was
He throws Jeff back into the living room. What?
Stop.
Did you say Metro Boomin' make it boom?
No, they have a sound effects thing. It wouldn't stop. It wouldn't stop. It's so loud. Did you hear any of that?
Not
Like
really.
hardly. Metro Boomin' make it boom.
What is happening, dude?
Turn it off.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Why is the Wii music playing?
I don't know.
All right, can we please continue?
Okay. Stop. Stop it. Don't do the copyrighted music, please.
Okay,
Okay. Reese, say this line right here.
Come on, Jeff, look at me.
Jeff glances up, his face riddled with blood.
I was the one who got your brother sent to the GC, and then you're gonna sit here and let him rock and for all you know. He should be ashamed.
Jeff starts to get up.
Oh, you finally stand and fight.
Jeff is now to his feet, blood and vodka on his face. Once again, he gets that strange feeling, the one in which he hasn't felt for a while.
File of head.
Please, I just want to be done with
Please.
this.
What's that here? What's that here? What's that here? What's that here?
Back to this.
Come on, bro.
Finally, he's up.
Says Randy as he runs at Jeff. That's when it happens. Something inside Jeff snaps. His psyche is destroyed. All rational thinking is gone. All he can do is kill. He grabs Randy and pile drives him to the ground. He gets on top of him and punches him straight in the heart. The punch causes Randy's heart to stop.
God, this is so stupid.
As Randy gasps for breath, Jeff hammers down on him. Punch after punch, blood gushes from Randy's body until he takes one final breath and dies. Everyone is looking at Jeff now. The parents, the crying kids, even Troy and Keith. Although they easily break from their gaze and point their guns at Jeff, Jeff sees the guns trained on him and runs for the stairs. As he runs, Troy and Keith let out fire on him. Each shot missing.
Oh, man.
Jeff runs up the stairs. He hears Troy and Keith follow up behind. As they let out their final rounds of bullets, Jeff ducks into the bathroom. He grabs the towel rack and rips it off the wall. Troy and Keith race in, knives ready. Troy swings his knife at Jeff, who backs away and bangs the towel rack into Troy's face. Troy goes down hard, and now all that's left is Keith. He is more agile than Troy, though, and ducks when Jeff swings the towel rack. He dropped the knife and grabbed Jeff by the neck.
Okay, can we pause? So Jeff's like fucking like Max Payne.
Pretty much, yes.
Okay.
This is so stupid, dude.
I didn't know this was so dumb.
He pushed him into the wall.
How much is left?
This is.
We're not even halfway done.
No,
we're almost done.
Oh my god,
bro!
It's
This is like we're like 25. It's like we have 25% left. He pushed him to the wall. A thing of bleach fell down on top of him from the top shelf. It burnt both of them, and they both started to scream. Jeff wiped his eyes as best as he could. He pulled back the towel rack and swung it straight into Keith's head. As he lay there, bleeding to death, he let out an ominous smile.
What's so funny?
Asked Jeff. Keith pulled out a lighter and switched it on.
What's funny?
What's funny?
Oh, sorry.
He said.
Is that you're covered in bleach and alcohol.
Jeff's eyes widened as Keith threw the lighter at him. As soon as the flame made contact with him, the flames ignited the alcohol in the vodka. While the alcohol burned him, the bleach bleached his skin. Jeff let out a terrible screech as he caught on fire. He tried to roll out the fire, but it was no use. The alcohol had made him a walking inferno. He ran down the hall and fell down the stairs. Everybody started screaming as they saw Jeff, now a man on fire, dropped to the ground, nearly dead.
13-year-old man.
The last thing Jeff saw was his mother and the other parents trying to extinguish the flame. That's when he passed out. When Jeff woke up, he had a cast wrapped around his face. He couldn't... What? It's just a full cast around his head. He couldn't see anything, but he felt a cast on his shoulder and stitches all over his body. He tried to stand up, but he realized there was some tube in his arm. And when he tried to get up, it fell out, and a nurse rushed in. I don't think you can get out of bed just yet.
I don't think you can get out of bed just yet.
She said, as she put him back in his bed and reinserted the tube.
Yep.
Jeff sat there with no vision, no idea of what his surroundings were. Finally, after hours, he heard his mother.
Honey, you okay?
She asked. Jeff couldn't answer, though. His face was covered, and he was unable to speak out.
This is really funny, because they were, like, shooting at him, and she's like, hey, honey, you okay? Really struggling. And like he was ducking and rolling, he was set on fire, he was stabbed. She's like,
he went through like a whole
okay?
like John Wick scene.
Like he John Wick that shit, man. It's so stupid. Oh, honey, I have great news. After all the witnesses told the police that Randy confessed of trying to attack you, they decided to let Leo.
This made Jeff almost bolt up, stopping halfway, remembering the tube coming out of his arm.
It'll be out by tomorrow. And then you two will be able to be together.
Oh, jump on it, jump on it, jump on it.
Yes! Jeff's mother hugs Jeff and says her goodbyes. The next couple of weeks were those where Jeff was visited by his family. Then came the day where his bandages were to be removed. His family were all there to see it, what he would look like. As the doctors unwrapped the bandages from Jeff's face, everyone was on the edge of their seats. They waited until the last bandage holding the cover of his face was almost removed.
Let's hope for the best. What the fuck?
What the fuck is this?
Said the doctor. He quickly pulls the cloth.
Guy from Portal.
Yeah, letting the rest fall from Jeff's face. Jeff's mother screams at the sight of his face. Lou and Jeff's dad stare awestruck at his face.
Wow, laugh at my face.
Jeff said. He rushed out of bed and ran to the bathroom. He looked in the mirror and saw the cause of the distress. His face. It's horrible. His lips were burnt to a deep shade of red. His face was turned to a pure white color, and his hair singed from brown to black. He slowly put his hand to his face. It had a sort of leathery feel to it now. He looked back at his family, then back at the mirror. Jeff, said Lou, it's not that bad.
Okay. I've never felt more happy.
Oh no, you're right. No, right here.
Oh, no.
God damn it. Not
No,
that
you're good.
bad. Not that bad.
Said Jeff.
It's perfect.
His family were equally surprised. Jeff started laughing uncontrollably. His parents noticed that Jeff started laughing uncontrollably. His parents noticed that his left eye and hand were twitching.
Jeff? Are you okay?
Okay. I've never felt more happy. Look at me. This face goes perfectly with me.
He couldn't stop laughing.
The worst thing I've ever read in my life.
He stroked his face, feeling it, looking at it in the mirror. What caused this? Well, you may recall that when Jeff was fighting Randy, something in his mind, his sanity, snapped. Now, he was left as a crazy killing machine. That is, his parents didn't know.
Doctor? Said
Jeff's mom.
He's fine. Son, all right. You know, they learn.
Doctor, is my son stupid? Oh yes, this behavior is typical for patients that have taken very large amounts of painkillers. If his behavior doesn't change in a few weeks, bring him back here and we'll give him a psychological test.
Oh, thank you, Doctor.
Jeff's mother went over to Jeff.
Just read coming up.
Jeff looks away from the mirror. His face still formed into a crazy smile.
Okay, mommy.
His mother took him by the shoulder and took him to get his clothes.
Thanks for joining me, Ian,
said the lady at the desk. Jeff's mom looked down to see the black dress pants and white hoodie her son wore. Now they were clean of blood and now stitched together. Jeff's mother led him to his room and made him put his clothes on. Then he left, not knowing that this was their final day of life. Later that night, Jeff's mother woke up to a sound coming from the bathroom. It sounded as if someone was crying. She slowly walked over to see what it was. When she looked into the bathroom, she saw a horrendous sight. Jeff had taken a knife and carved a smile into his cheeks.
Oh my goodness, Jeff, what are you doing?
Asked his mother. Jeff looked over to his mother.
I couldn't keep smiling, honey. It hurt after a while. Now I can smile forever.
Jeff's mother noticed his eyes ringed in black.
Can we fucking be done with that? This is
okay. This is it. This is all it. This is all it. His eyes were seemingly never closing.
Really
I couldn't see my face. I got tired and my eyes started to close. I burned out the eyelid so I could first see forever in my face.
Jeff's mother slowly started to back away, saying that her son was going insane.
What's wrong, Mommy? Aren't I beautiful?
Your son,
she said.
Yes, you are. Let me go get Daddy. So you can see your face.
She ran into the room and shook Jeff's dad from his sleep.
How did you get on? Wait.
She stopped as she saw Jeff in the doorway holding a knife.
You lied, Mommy.
That's the last thing they hear as Jeff rushes them with the knife, gutting both of them. His brother Lou woke up, startled by some noise. He didn't hear anything else, so he just shut his eyes and tried to go back to sleep. As he was on the border of slumber, he got the strangest feeling that someone was watching him. He looked up before Jeff's hand covered his mouth. He slowly raised the knife, ready to plunge it into Lou. Lou thrashed here and there, trying to escape Jeff's grip.
Go to sleep.
The end of Jeff the Killer.
So fucking stupid, dude. If I find the guy that wrote this, I'm gonna beat his ass.
Beat his fucking ass, dude.
God, that fucking sucked.
Shit.
Well,
oh my god, dude.
Ladies and gentlemen.
I never knew it was that bad. I don't know what I thought it was.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you.
I'm so happy to be done with this dumbass fucking
was someone
video,
9
dude.
years old and was like, I have a really good story idea because it's horrible.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, we don't know who wrote it because there was never like an author name or like a name anywhere attached to it. So it's literally just like, yeah, it just popped up and nobody knows where it came from.
Not the view source button.
That's in this episode of WashUpTV Reviews Shitty Shit. This is #1 on the list.
Our CreepyPastas mid. Oh man, I guess it was just a nostalgic thing.
Yeah, that fucking sucked, bro.
That's the thing with creepypastas. The ones that are like the most famous are the worst ones. Like if you want to read like an actual good creepypasta, it's not gonna be anything popular. So
here's the thing that the thing is it's like oh, and then they started shooting at him, and he did like 3 backflips to get away from them, and then he's awesome, you know, and then he crazy man.
He murders his family.
It's just I think I could write a better story.
Yeah,
I like
that
how
shit pissed me off. Bro.
I like how the
That was dumb.
12-year-olds were able to just get guns and just started.
And the parents were standing around.
Yeah.
And it's like, hold on.
They're shooting at my son.
They're like, hold on, this isn't my problem. They gotta sort things out themselves, I guess.
It gets sorted out. I put my glasses on and everything for this video.
All right, well, no more. I'm done.
All right, goodbye, everybody. Happy Halloween.